395 on the road to 400. 400, man. Hey, USA team, man. Yeah, come on now. USA team. I mean, this is one of them teams. We have a stacked team. Like, come on now. We got Ant Edwards going crazy right now. He could be the number one option. With Steph performance today, they just beat Serbia. They had to get Joke out of the way. AD was playing like AD. No, Bam, I know he been here. I know he been hearing the jokes made about him and Joker. He showed up.
Bam was out there cooking today, boy. Cooking. 18 points. It's like any given night, somebody can go crazy. You know, it's anybody's night. I think the biggest thing, I honestly don't think Steve Kerr should coach.
Bro, why not? I think it's team chemistry, bro. They had to break.
But again, you need a coach that can help cultivate.
Bro, if it's a coach that could do it, it's somebody that coached. I think it's somebody that coached KD, that coached Steph, Clay, and Draymond to championships too. You got to understand that's why Steve Kerr, I feel like, is the coach. Him and Eric Spoelstra can go, back and forth as far as their role.
I wouldn't take Steve
Kerr.
But
Steve Kerr, I feel like Steve Kerr is a great coach, and he also does well with different personalities. And with Team USA, you're gonna have different personalities
and some of these lineups have been very questionable.
You said what?
Some of these, I know they're testing it, but some of these lineups have been very questionable. Some of these lines I've been like their first game lineup was insane. It was Drew, D-Book, Holly, and LeBron and Joel. I was like,
yeah, just testing it out. But today's was a good one too. Like, yes,
yeah, I like
Steph. You had Drew,
LeBron, Tatum, Drew, and Joel.
Joel. That's a great.
I like Ant coming off the bench because I like Richard Jefferson's point. Like everybody thinks like the whole goal is like they like Ant because Ant come out there and he just starts scoring. It's like that's not always the necessary thing. Like as a team, it's a flow. We don't always need you to take the ball.
But
and
I think,
all the buckets.
But I think what Ant is to your point. But I think it's a mentality thing with Ant too.
I know, like his mentality. I think that mentality is suited best for coming off the bench. We need you to come off the bench and do that. When you got the first guys out there, we may not need that going like off.
He could do both, honestly, bro. Because if you talk about lineups, I think Ant should start. My opinion, the lineup should be since KD is out. I would say the lineup should be Steph, Ant, JT, LeBron, and I like that's what I really like. And then
I like Richard Jefferson's
Drew
lineup.
Holiday off the bench. Then you get Holly off the bench. You get like, come on now, you get Bam.
You get Richard Jefferson's lineup. I like his lineup.
What's
his lineup was it was a size lineup. It was LeBron, JT, AD, Bam, and KD.
Look here, it's no lineup. It's no line. I don't hear no lineup without Steph. I don't know what we talking about.
No, but
that's not a good lineup.
He was saying we struggled with size in the past at Team USA. This lineup, you got 6'9" across the board. You can switch 1 through 4. If you want to switch Tatum and Steph, you can do that because you're still going to get spacing regardless.
But you don't need to do that. I don't like that because
I think when you play France, we're going to need that.
I don't think you need that, bro. I don't think you need Bam and Embiid on the floor at the same time.
No, it's AD and Embiid.
I don't think you need that at the same time. I mean,
we play France.
I feel the line. Them two could be in, but I feel like you need to have a Steph or you need to have a Drew in the lineup
because you still got LeBron. LeBron is a great facilitator.
Of course, but you still.
I think the only weakness is perimeter defense. Because Tatum is the only guy out there that can probably stick with quick guards. But I don't see AD standing in front of a guard. I don't see LeBron at his age, KD at his age, Joel definitely not. I think that's the only.
Yeah, but I don't think going necessarily big against these other teams is going. I think the lineup switch is necessary. I don't think we should go 6'9" and above, bro. Because I feel like you got to deal with matchups with other teams. It depends on who you play for who you matching up with. Because a person like say if you have AD and B. Also, I feel like
Bam,
but what I feel like is good with the lineups as well because you got to match each other's personalities. If you have two,
but notice how all the guys that I named, this Rich name, except for Joel, have played together before on the USA team. So he was thinking like that. He was like, "Yo, you want guys that have done this before? Mm-hmm. They know how to play with a team." You know, because every other team in the country has played. They're the same team basically. Our team is the only team that's different every year. But these guys have all, except for Joel, have all played on the USA.
But you know who has to start, bro? Because there's the anomaly. Out of all teams, it has to be Steph, bro. Nobody has had the shooting range. Nobody can shoot like this. Nobody.
I'm fine. Listen, he said like you can switch Steph for Tatum. I'm fine with that.
In the world,
you can go Steph, Bron, KD, Joel, AD.
Simple.
Or take out somebody. I don't like. Listen. But I don't know. I think the Achilles heel is going to be Coaching. I think once the turnovers and the chemistry gets better, I think we're not gonna be able to stop this team. Because once they figure it out in the third quarter, which they do, it's like they wash everybody. It looks close, and then you turn on the TV in the third quarter. And the
names, based off of the names, you can say, but you said that I don't think they're based off of their names, they're the greatest USA team.
I said this could be.
I think they're up there because of the talent on the team.
Yeah, the talent, but how they perform is something else. But you also have to consider the times. The times of the Dream Team, the world had not seen talent like that basketball wise as of yet. And even in 2008, the world wasn't catching up. Now the world is a lot more talented as far as basketball. So you have to consider that. We are still the far more talented individual and talented country as far as basketball as a whole. But the talent pool has caught up, at least from the last 30 years, from 1992, definitely for sure. Yeah. So there's that to consider. But I don't know. I mean, from a lineup wise, from a talent standpoint, this could be. But it all depends on how they perform.
Yeah, for sure. Because this is only like the preseason.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been trying to tune into every game. Next game is on Saturday at 3 p.m. I'm trying to watch that. I've been trying to watch all these games. It's going to be a couple games when they really start playing. It's going to be like 1 or 2 in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to catch them, but I'm going to try. Try to stay up and watch them joints. But yeah,
it's going to be entertaining.
I'm excited.
The top 100 athletes, all right. ESPN released the top 100 athletes, and with these lists, they go week by week and they drop.
It's in the 2000s.
A certain number, each week or each other day.
I got a notification that said Randy Moss was 27 today.
But
yeah,
okay, so
of the 2000s, this is top one after the 2000s. Today I got Randy Moss.
And it's of the 2000s. Let me preface it.
It's top 100 athletes. Yes, correct.
Of the 2000s. First, when I first read it, lists are always subjective. All right, so somebody else's opinions may not align with mine, but I know this is for a fact. The first one I seen was Ed Reed at 99. It's no way, bro. And we talking about athletes, athletic, not just for the sport of football. Just
I think they're just saying athletes because these are athletes. I don't think they mean like who's the most athletic. I think
but athletes have a lot to do with that, bro. It has a lot to do with that because even though Tom Brady is the greatest, you could say he's the greatest quarterback ever, he's not the best athlete.
I know, but I don't think they mean it like that. The same way in college they would call you a student athlete, even though you play one sport, you're a student athlete.
I just know in that top 10, if it's not a Deion Sanders, it's not a Bo Jackson, it's not
I don't think it's
Barry Sanders, and I'm not basing it off of
the 2000s Deion Sanders? No.
Oh, no, not 2000s. Because 21st century. No. 21st century. So
you wouldn't even see
You're right. So you got a preference at 21st century. Michael Phelps should be in there.
Yeah.
The top Usain Bolt should be in there.
Barry Bonds. I'm sorry.
LeBron has to be in there.
Of course.
I think Kobe Bryant should be in there.
Barry Bonds got to be somewhere in this top 20. I don't know why the MLB is still hating, not trying to put him in the Hall of Fame. But Barry Bonds is arguably the GOAT. You got to put Barry Bonds up there.
I'm very confused on who they're going to have in top 10.
Yeah.
You got Serena. Serena's going to be in the top 10.
I think you're going to see all Olympic gold medalists. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Simone Biles.
Floyd should be in the top 10.
I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Simone Biles in the top 10.
Simone, definitely. She should be in there.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think you're going to see a lot of the Olympic people. I think you'll see Tom Brady. He won too many championships to not be there.
He's going to be there for sure.
You'll see LeBron. You'll see Kobe. I think you'll see Shaq as well. Shaq won a lot of championships in the 2000s. He's very dominant.
Yeah, I'm curious. And we can't forget if look here. If Messi is not in that top 10, erase the top 10. If Messi or Ronaldo are not in that top 10.
Messi just did something else to the story. He just went back to back. I forgot what the award was, but he just won something back to back again.
Yeah, he different. That's my goal of soccer, and I've never been a big soccer fan, but that's what I.
Yeah, I don't really put attention to soccer, but I know who Messi is.
Right.
That's I know Ronaldo just retired. Shout out to him. Tiger Woods is probably gonna be there.
Oh, Tiger Woods definitely should be in there.
But yeah, I think you'll see all Olympic gold medalists. I think Phelps, Bolt. I think at that point you'll see all the people that won all the championships. I think you'll see Alex Ovechkin.
I
think you'll see Ovechkin in there. Barry Bonds. I'm sorry, I know this is not about baseball, but Barry Bonds, I don't understand that. He was not the only guy, and it's definitely because he's black. He was not the only guy in baseball to this day to ever use steroids.
Right, correct.
So Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before the roids.
Right.
He was a Hall of Famer after the roids. Like there should be
and
no.
And then Derek Jeter's gonna be in this
For sure.
Alex Rodriguez.
There shouldn't be a discrepancy about about him being in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, what's Pittsburgh hockey? Crosby's gonna be in there.
Yeah. Crosby. David Ortiz.
Yep. So it's
they're probably already on there, but yeah, Jason Kidd is on the list. He's
I'm just mad at Ed Reed at 99.
I don't think Ed Reed is 99.
Ed Reed at 99 is crazy.
But I think it's overall. He only won what? He won one Super Bowl.
It don't even matter. Ed Reed, we talking about Ed Reed. The greatest safety of all time. If Sean Taylor, rest in peace, didn't die.
Ed Reed, between Ed and Troy. For sure.
And Troy, yes, and I feel a lot of people Troy Polamalu, but Ed Reed, bro.
I would need to see the rest of the list. Who was 100
interceptions for touchdowns?
I would need to see who else is on the list because it encompasses all sports. Because I can see why Jason Kidd would be. I guess I can see why Jason Kidd would be higher than Ed Reed because if it's about accomplishments, but if it's about athletic talent,
Jason Kidd on this list,
yeah.
Okay, and he should be. He should be, but
champion, 5-time assist leader.
Not over no Ed Reed. I don't, and I don't want to get into no debate, but and that's a good one actually because Jason Kidd is actually.
Yeah, people forget Jason Kidd led the league in assists 5 times.
Jason Kidd is Jason Kidd. So
he freaking was the all defensive team. Like Jason Kidd was like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to debate.
Arguably a top 5 PG. I don't think he is a top 5 PG, but you can make the case. I think Chris Paul is in there for sure. I think Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton, Magic and Steph. I think that's the 5 right there.
And MJ, of course, that goes without saying. But
the 2000s?
But I mean, people could give him in the 2000s. You know, he played into 2003 with the Wizards. But
if anything, he had to be 100.
Really, yeah.
He would need. I would need him to be 100. I'm sorry.
Because it's 21st.
It was. Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
He would have to be 100.
I get what you're saying.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the whole list. I only get like updates on certain people. Like today, I got Randy Moss at 27. I like that. Randy Moss was a freak of nature.
That's fair too.
Yeah, Randy Moss was like that. I still can't believe to this day he didn't win a Super Bowl. I can't believe the Patriots lost. They won every game but the one that mattered. Till this day, that boggles the mind. But shout out to the Giants. Somehow they pulled that off twice.
NCAA, they are saving the sports gaming, bro. It's dropping this weekend for everybody that got it early. They got the deluxe MVP bundle. This NCAA 25 has been a long road coming, bro. It's been 11 years since the last one dropped almost.
I'm happy for y'all. I'm glad this hit that I was wrong. I thought EA would just get y'all the copy and paste. Like, hey, I thought they would just give y'all the Madden with the college teams.
They did their job, man. What college does more than like the Madden and the professionals is like how you look at it and how the gaming is too. You feel
like
how
it follows if you playing against Georgia and you're like Northwestern, there's no way you can win.
Right, because the stadium, the crowd,
and the team is just not better.
Yeah,
I like that. It's not like the NFL. The NFL, any team can win. Like it's any given Sunday.
And then it's the passion for college sports. That's like it's the sport. I feel like as far as like football, basketball is per se, it's more passionate in college because you're trying to make it to the professionals. So you go all in every single play, bro. And you can see it within the game as well too. I like how they implemented, like, you know, you have to go through, whether you be an underdog, whether you be an elite player, you have to go through a certain rank to get some credibility in the college football space. So I feel like this is dope. And no matter what they're getting, we talked about it before, no matter what they're getting or receiving for their likeness or name, the fact that they are actually receiving something is a step in the right direction.
It is. Yeah, I'm happy to know that I was wrong. You know, I didn't really have a lot of faith in it. I wasn't gonna play, but I was like, listen, I don't think they're gonna give y'all what y'all think they're gonna give y'all. I think they showing y'all what y'all want to see, and y'all gonna play the game. It's gonna be Madden with college people. Right. But it's not. You know, the gameplay looks a little different. It is very still Madden-esque, but for the most part, it's a better game for what I've been hearing.
And
so
the movement,
the experience is different. I like it. I'm hearing good things. I'm glad to see that I was wrong. You know, I'm glad to hear that y'all are having a good experience from a gaming standpoint, from a sports.
Yeah, it's realistic movement, bro. Like it's realistic movement. That's what I really like about it. It puts you as the as a game should. It puts you as the main character. You know what I'm saying? It makes it very realistic for the gameplay. It makes you want to play the game. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the generic. You get on for about 10, 15 minutes, maybe to an hour, and you bored with the game. You can tell that this game is gonna be one of the ones, bro. You know, and that's why I miss like games like Live, bro. When we used to play NBA Live, when they had the dunk contest, bro. Like games that were actually sporting games that were actually appealing to play. You ain't just had to go to online. Now like even though I mess with 2K, but I feel like the park now has kind of messed 2K up in a sense because now you got
the park, it's the city now.
Yeah, the city, right? So you gotta buy so many points and buy so many coins to make your player. Then like pay to play, and then once you get your player like the way you wanted to get them, by the time it's the next game coming out. So like, yeah, I feel like the sports games need to go in a different direction. PlayStation 2, those games.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. All right, just give me some time. Give me a couple more years. I'm working on it.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And it takes time to make a good game, bro.
It does. People don't understand that. Even when you have all the money and resources, it still takes years to put out good games. So, quality.
What is one of your favorite quality games? Because we could talk about what's your favorite, but what's a quality video game?
Best game I ever. The best game I ever played. I would still have to give it to between The Last of Us and Batman. Between Arkham City and Arkham Knight. As far as like the Batman games kind of changed the landscape of a video game, especially from a story standpoint. Mm-hmm. And like video games today are like movies, like full blown productions. So I think those are the best games I've ever played. They have a great mixture of gameplay as well as a story. I think sometimes games get so caught up in being detailed with their story they forget it's supposed to be a game. The game is supposed to be fun. Mm-hmm. And I think those two are like really well balanced. I hate the second word. I hate part 2 of The Last of Us, but part 1 is top tier. You could always play that. The story is incredible. The show is on HBO Max, but the show doesn't do justice compared to the actual game. If I'm being honest, but the show is good. But yeah, quality wise, I'm gonna go with those two.
And I would say honestly, what I was introduced to at a young age, as far as like gaming, was Halo. Like Halo for me was like one of them. I wouldn't say it's like top tier quality, but because Xbox back then was like everybody loved Xbox because of the quality of the game. Halo, oh my gosh, bro, was a different time. You know what I want? A game that I want to play. I don't know if you've seen this movie called A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place. This movie.
I've seen the movie, not the recent one, but I heard the recent one wasn't all that.
Yeah, the recent one wasn't the best, but they coming out with a game and it looks, bro, that don't look mad realistic. It's one of those. That's what I like about a game too. Like, especially I used to like those type of games. Like, you want to say scary, but like
play The Last of Us.
Yeah, like them type of games, bro.
If you haven't played The Last of Us, play that.
Like God of War. I haven't played The Last of Us.
Play The Last of Us.
It's one of them type of games.
Play The Last of Us.
'Cause I know of the actual show.
Play it. You haven't even because you one of the type of gamers that piss me off because you play these every year and it be so much quality coming out you don't ever mess with it. Like this dude got a PS5 that came with God of War. He ain't never touched God of War.
Oh no,
I'll be one to hit.
I played it like 2 times, bro. Cause like I'm just.
And he didn't play the last one. He didn't play the one that came out before this one. I'm like, so the game they gave you God of War. You're not even going to try to play God of War. Like quality game of the year, worthy game right here.
He's right. Because it's funny. Like I have a similar rotation. It's really
Ninjas,
Call of Duty,
Ninjas,
Call of Duty. Any basketball,
FIFA, Madden, basketball,
soccer, any sports related, and
every year. Yeah, all these quality games be coming out, and they come with they come with the system.
I'm waiting for Grand Theft Auto. Now
another one,
but I hope that one exceeds the expectations. That's the one we've been waiting for what?
It's gonna be just like how it always is. It's gonna be GTA.
You said that about NCAA. So now,
this time I know I'm gonna be right.
No,
y'all gonna play the missions, and then y'all gonna play this joint to the ground for the next 5 years.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna give you another game for another 10 years.
That's fine,
GTA 5.
But the good thing about GTA is any GTA has good longevity, bro. Like you can play any type of GTA. You have ones that are good, you have ones that are bad. You can play.
But it's not good for your health. That's why I stopped playing it years ago. Because once you finish the missions, it's just senseless violence. After that, it's just senseless violence.
It's just fun.
And I couldn't. I need a point to the violence. Like it got to a point. I was like, I'm really just out here shooting and running people.
But
over.
You can say the same thing about Call of Duty and those type of games. I don't know if you play those and the games that you play, they still deal with gore and they still deal with killing.
But there's a point to the violence. Like there's a point to the violence. Like if I'm Batman, I'm beating these guys up for a reason. After you finish the mission in GTA, you're literally just causing havoc on the street. Just to cause havoc on the street.
It depends on what you want to do with the game. Because you got a lot of people that race on the game. It's a lot of things to do on there. You know what I'm saying? People make it their own world. So, like,
It's insanity. I was like, yeah, I gotta stop.
It is wild too, because a lot of people do like take it too far. I get what you're saying.
And then I got my students. My students want me to make GTA for DC. I was like, I'm not doing that. We
do-
don't need any of that going on here. Y'all already doing that.
They already have it. I've seen some like they have servers that look like
the mods. I'm like, yo, y'all like there's legit Grand Theft Auto going on in the actual streets of DC. I'm not gonna make something that promotes this. Like, no. Yeah. And it already exists. Tell Rockstar to make GTA in DC. Which I hope doesn't happen because we don't need any more inspiration. There's already enough Grand Theft Auto happening here.
This happened a while back, bruh, but they just made a ruling on it. The judge from the Alec Baldwin's involuntary shooting case, he was just basically found not guilty on those charges.
I did not know that.
So what happened in this situation? And just I want to say condolences first to the family. Because it was like a tragic event. It was involuntary. That's what it was voted as. So essentially, it was on the set of a movie. He had a prop he thought was a prop gun, and during the scene, he shot off the prop gun and actually killed the woman on set. So it's been a case for a good amount of years. It's tough. It's tough when you get into these, into these spaces. And it can get real tricky as far as the law system goes with this. I don't know how to feel about it, but I do feel like more of the blame should be on whoever is filming and making the movie.
I think it should be on the producers and the director. Because even if you want an actual gun on set, so that on camera you can tell it's like a real gun, it should not have been loaded.
Correct. And
you didn't need the gun to be loaded to get the effect off.
And it's tough because a lot of people put Alec Baldwin in a situation where it's like, how would you? A lot of people put him in a situation like that. You don't know what the loaded gun feels like, but how would he just know that and then just like shoot the gun? So this situation was so technical. I remember actually talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
But I was wondering what you thought about it, like to where
I didn't know about that it was dismissed. I don't know. It's tricky because if you're the family of the deceased, you want justice, but at the same time, it's kind of like, it was really just one of those freak accident type of situations. So it's like, how can we fully like punish this man? I mean, it's tricky because it's like you want justice, but at the same time, you feel like, you can't throw a dude in jail for what, like, it wasn't a malicious intent. It wasn't, it was legit an accident. I don't know. Yeah, it's just hard to call. Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely condolences to the family. But yeah, I think there's going to be a change. I think there has already been a change in the movie industry from that moment. But yeah, it's like, why is the gun loaded? Mm-hmm. If you're gonna have a actual gun on set, I get that. You want things to be realistic as possible, but you didn't need the gun to be loaded.
And honestly, being on a movie set or a TV show is scary, depending on what depending on what the movie is about. If it's a drama or action movie, man, those things can get tough. That's why I understand why a lot of people don't do their own stunts. Because if something happens, you know what I'm saying, it all can crumble from that point on. So I think that's a difficult space that we're in. Your boy, one on one. He's one on one. He don't get his.
The internet could never make me hate Big Sean.
He don't get his
I don't
credit.
care what y'all be out here talking about. The internet could never make me hate Big Sean. Big Sean is like that. He's always been like that.
Yeah, he don't get his credit. But I feel like
new album on the way.
I feel like the reason why he don't get his credit is because he doesn't really pop out and have an album every other year or a mixtape. But I feel like we pick and choose when we do that. Pick and choose when we do that. Like, and the freestyle, Big Sean can really rap, so we know. And then it got into conversation. Everybody want to dispel this thing with him and Kendrick.
Which they already said.
At this point, I feel like it's
already been dispelled.
It's water under the bridge at this point.
Now, DJ Hurd said it was about a different Gemini, not Kendrick.
Yeah, but I feel like this is...
So maybe it was Kanye.
This is going back all the way to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, at this point, bro, like, let this man just rap and have his...
At this point, it's like, yo, can we just rap? Like, you're talking... When you rap, 9 times out of 10, you're talking to an imaginary opponent.
Absolutely.
So you're not always directly talking to somebody. But yo, man, like Big Sean needs his credit, dog. Like I can always tell. Like for me, I be tweeting it. I can always tell when the world is in need of new Big Sean. I think the world is in need of new Big Sean, and here it is. Like Big Sean is on the way to not to save the rap game, but like to give it what it needs. You know, he just rapped his behind off on the radar. You know what I'm saying? Preview some new songs, preview the unreleased verse. He going crazy.
And there's certain artists that it's good to hear from.
Tiny Desk was like that. Mm-hmm. You know, people you ain't know Big Sean had on them bops. Yeah, he do. Been like doing this for over 10 years. He like that. Shout out to Big Sean, man.
And
they can never make me hate Big Sean.
The other Detroit member just dropped. I don't know if you heard his album.
Oh yeah, I did, and I liked it. It was very good. I liked it. It was I played it twice. It's definitely very conceptual. It's basically, you know, M trying to come to grips with, you know, this alter ego of his that he used as an excuse to just say controversial things. Slim Shady was his super villainous alter ego when he was an addict on drugs and alcohol, and he said all these controversial things. And I think this is him trying to put that away in a sense of like, yo, it's like I want to say these things, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to say these things. But I was using Slim Shady as a crutch. I was using this other ego as an excuse, and it's like I don't want that to be the case. Like I don't care about cancel culture, but at the same time, it's like I don't need to be doing this anymore, and so I don't think I need Slim anymore. This is the death of Slim Shady. So like the first half of the album is literally just, and you can hear it in skits, it's just Slim Shady being classic Slim Shady. Just he's talking about deaf people, blind people, quadriplegic people. He's talking about everybody. He's talking about being evil.
It's like Antichrist. It's like him talking to his alter ego.
Yeah, and you can hear Marshall, like he's tied up saying, "Yo, what are you doing? Stop!" Like it's like Slim is taking over his body. But then there's another part. There's a turning point in the album where like he gets free. He finally kills Slim, and that's when the more mature half of the album starts. Towards the end, he's rapping to his daughters and rapping about, you know, the kind of future he wants to have. So like, I really like, you gotta really be an M fan to like get it. If you're not an M fan going into it, it just sounds like he said F blind people. It sounds insane. Like if you're not an M fan, but like if you really an M fan and you take more time to listen, it's like, oh, okay. Because some of the names of the songs, Antichrist, Devil, and it's like no, you really gotta get it. You really gotta be a Slim Shady fan to get it.
And I respect Eminem for always being creative in his artistry.
Yeah,
and
the rapping is elite.
The rapping speak for itself.
Speaking of Big Sean was on the album. It was him. That song Toby.
Yeah, that was one of the single songs that they wrote.
And they killed that. Jid is on there, going crazy. Yeah. I definitely like this M album. M's album's gonna go up high for me for this year. It's been I was about to say it's been slow for rap. It's not been slow for rap. It's been a lot going on for rap. But I do think that's why it's tough dropping albums like earlier in the conversation. Slim's album's in the conversation.
Benny the Butch album was a real good album.
Benny's
21 album was actually a good album.
Didn't hear that, but I heard good things. So it's definitely some quality rap going on. I think there's more to come. I think Rocky's supposed to drop, hopefully. I think Big Sean is going to drop this year. Hopefully Kendrick drops this year. Hopefully Cole drops again this year. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to Slim. Shout out to M. I like that. I like the album.
Yeah, it's a lot of good competition in play. And then you already know what jump started everything right now, which kind of made you overlook everything I
gotta shout out the women too. The women are doing their thing. Glorilla's got 2 bops out right now. She's going crazy. Meg's crazy. Album, I like Meg's album. Not all the content is for me, but as far as like an album is concerned, I think it was good.
Glorilla's been my favorite.
And Meg's been doing an arena tour. So shout out to her for that. She's out here selling out arenas. So yeah, the women are doing their thing. I think Ice Spice supposed to drop this year. I'll take a listen to that. So.
Yeah, and then like with this, like I said, with this Drake and Kendrick, you know, back and forth, a lot of good music has got overlooked. Nore just recently said that he feels like them two would, you know, hash it out. I feel like based off of what they said to one another and how, especially how big this Not Like Us song got as far as what he's saying, I don't think that can never be. I don't think that they would never go back and be cool, cordial at all. And if they do, it's for music purposes. It's not for no personal stuff.
I wanted to agree with you, but then I literally just sat here and thought about, you know, Jay and Nas, and You know, I mean, when you think of the history of rap beef, everybody has said some stuff that's kind of like you feel like deemed unforgivable, and then years later, those guys ended up being cool. So like even with Jay and Nas, like you know, Jay had said some things, and Nas had said a lot of some things. Nas wanted to hang a Jay-Z doll at Summer Jam, and at some point, those two, when they got older, they eventually, you know, came together. So maybe that kind of gives me hope.
But I think
they'll be in like 45 when they do it.
But in this aspect, I think personally, as far as them personally as people, they don't respect each other. Music, I feel like they do have a sense of respect for each other. In this instance, I don't think they have they've really had a personal disdain for each other for a long time now. And I feel like them two, like personally, and both of them being like how their personalities are, they won't. I don't see them men anything, because I seen Drake men with, you know, we seen Drake men with a lot of people, whoever it may be, whether it be
Meek Mill, or Chris Brown,
like everybody,
Ludacris.
So
Tory Lanez.
That's a great thing, but in this case, I don't feel like it's any comeback from this one.
Yeah, we'll see. Only time will tell. You never know what can happen. You never know. You just never know what can happen. Like something could
and I'm here for the music. I'm here for the music. We already know it's gonna be subliminals being made, regardless of who drops. There's still gonna be subliminals there, bro. It sells. It's prerogative. All right. Would you rather live in 100-degree temperature for the rest of your life, or live in below zero temperature for the rest of your life?
100 degrees. I can go to the beach. I can go to the pool. You can't even use the bathroom in below 0 degrees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a lot more that you can do in the heat.
I feel like
but I'm sure it's a lot. I'm sure it's a lot of people that would probably say 0 degrees too.
You got to be inside all the time for below 0.
I'm gonna say 100. I'm gonna say 100.
Yeah, like you can't even use the bathroom in that weather. Be honest, like your pee's gonna freeze.
It's tough, but it makes a tough conversation, especially where we live, bro. Because we live with somewhere it's humid heat, bro. The heat smack you when you come out the door. Dry heat,
it's very thick.
Dry heat is like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's hot outside, but I can last outside. This heat is humid. It's
humid
bro.
in the DMV. It's it's really thick. Like really thick, and it's like you can feel how heavy it is when you walk outside.
It's like a punch, bro.
Yeah, but if 100 degrees over 0 degrees any day of the week, like I'm sorry, there's just mad things I could do. Like I could still work out.
And then in the cold, bro, it makes you not want to do anything.
You don't want to go. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to do that. You don't even want to go. Like you have to do a million things to go outside just to get something to eat. Like you want to go out and get something, get some groceries. You got to put a million clothes on just to go get groceries.
And I never been like wanting to go out when I was like when it's really cold outside. I ain't never been the one to really go out. The only time is when in college and we was forced to go to, because I ain't had no choice.
You don't want to go to no parties or nothing. Like you can at least throw some. You can at least have cookouts and pool parties in the 100-degree heat. Yeah. You can do something.
That's no vibe. Not it.
You can lose a lot of weight. That would be the perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
People can get in shape. People will have their perfect excuse to get in shape. Go outside and just move. Yeah, go outside and run. You lose all the weight. And 0 degrees, man.
But be mindful that out in this 100-degree weather out here.
And you're going to get sick. Think about how many times a year you probably get sick. It was always 0 degrees. Man, heck no. You are more likely to get sick.
You're definitely
more likely to get sick. Multiple times. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm great off of that.
Then you got to go outside, go to the doctor. Nope.
Yeah. I don't miss them times. I don't miss
I don't miss Massachusetts one bit.
Yeah,
I only wanted to go this year for the parade. I need us to go back to back so I can go next year. But
I want. And speaking of that, I'm gonna go to a game to my alumni soon. They actually cooking. They actually been cooking. They've actually been number 1 and number 2 in the conference for the last probably 4 or 5 years.
At least your alma mater is still a thing. Mine is not.
Yeah, I know. We had to, you know what I'm saying, get them out the way. We had to get them out the way.
Man, COVID got us out the way.
Yeah, it's tough. It
is, but it's all good.
You already know. Amazing episode. Road to episode 400 on the way. Yes, sir.